This little microcrawler is tiny. This is the Ascent-32 from Redcat. Now, Redcat are the second company this year to release something this small. Axial were the first with their SCX-30. This is basically just a smaller version of its big brother, the Ascent-18, just shrunk down into micro scale. Now, it's available in 4 different colours. You can get the grey, the red, the blue, or the pink. The body is basically just a thin Lexan body. You've got stickers on there for like the windows, the grille, the lights. You've actually got a hard plastic Redcat badge on the back. Now the body uses the same mounting system as its bigger brother. So you just got this little latch that you just turn on the rear. And then what you can do then is just lift the body up and then slide it off to completely remove the body. You can see you've got your mounting mechanisms there on the front. And yeah, you know, it's quite a thin little Lexan body. Then underneath, you can see we've actually got a metal chassis. We've got an all-in-one ESC and receiver. We've actually got a 130 size brush motor, which considering the size of this tiny little thing, that's actually a pretty decent sized motor. Your battery actually sits up front as well, which is quite nice. And it's this tiny little 300 milliamp hour 1S Lipo. Up front, you've actually got a servo and axle steering servo. I believe this is a little 90-gram steering servo, which is not bad, actually. That's probably more powerful than some of the bigger rigs you can get, to be fair. Now, unfortunately, it is just friction shocks, no oil-filled shocks. Shame they didn't put a little bit of oil in there or even just some grease or something. Because I think, you know, friction shocks just make things a bit more toyish, in my opinion. Now, underneath, you can see we've actually got a 4-link on the front and the rear. We've got plastic axle housings, plastic drive shafts, plastic links. Now we are just straight axles, not portals on this one. Now the shocks themselves are actually aluminium capped shocks, but they're not adjustable, so you can't adjust the ride height on them. However, you can see from the chassis you do have different mounting points for the shocks on the front and on the rear. It also looks like, you might not be able to see in there, but it also looks like you've got different mounting points for your links as well on the chassis rails. You've got a very similar kind of skid plate design to the Ascent-18, so flat skid plate and then kind of tapered up on your sliders on the side. You can see with the all-in-one ESC, they've kind of mounted it at an angle as well, again, to try and keep the centre of gravity down on this. Now, it does say it has metal axles and full sealed ball bearings throughout. We'll pop one of the diff covers off in a minute just to see what's inside. Now, for the wheels and tyres, you've basically got a very similar style tyre to what's on the Ascent-18, and then these tiny little plastic wheels. They're not bead locks, and the tyres aren't glued on, and there's no foams in there either. The tyres feel alright though, to be fair. Be interesting to see, you know, what they're like in terms of grip. Now, Redcat have partnered with Endura to do like loads of upgrades for this straight out of the box. I have got mine on the way, so I will be doing a follow-up video fitting all the upgrades. I think one thing that nobody has yet though is wheels and tyres for these because of the size they are. So it'll be interesting to see what comes on the market in terms of wheels and tyres, because obviously they're smaller than your usual 1-inch that you would run on most mini crawlers. So what else comes included? You get this little 3-channel transmitter with it. I mean, it's a pretty basic looking transmitter, to be fair. You've got like your power switch there. You've got your little channel 3 button. Not sure what that's going to control. We'll have a look. And then you've got your steering trim and looks like dual rate adjustment there. And then a little LED light for when the power's on. But yeah, I mean, it's all right. We'll see what it's like. But yeah, fairly simple. This one does actually take 4 AA batteries. Batteries don't come included for the transmitter, so you do need to supply those. You also get a little USB charger for charging the included 1S Lipo battery. You actually get a little bag of spares, which looks like body posts, and I'm not sure what the other pieces are. If you know, then drop a comment and let everybody know. And then you get a little quick start guide, which just has some basic tips and everything and how to actually run the RC itself. Now, most of the hardware on this is actually Allen heads, which is quite nice, but there are a few Phillips head screws just on the front axle. Now, with the wheel off, you can see we've got these tiny little wheel hexes. It's about a 4 or a 5 mil hex, so, you know, not your standard size. Now, it looks like most of the Allen bolts are a little 0.05 inch head. So if we just remove those 2 screws on the diff housing on the rear, so you can see we've got our metal ball bearings there. We do have some grease, but it looks to me like we are running plastic diffs. Okay, so with it powered on, there's no LED lights or anything like that. If we just check out the steering servo, it's actually quite a responsive steering servo, to be fair. Let's just see how much power it's got. That's not bad, to be honest, is it? Especially for something this small. Let's just see what it's like when we feather the throttle on the bench. It's a fair bit of ESC whine there, but to be fair, that's not bad slow speed control, especially considering this thing is absolutely tiny. It's got It's got plenty of wheel speed, isn't it, for something so small? Oh, that's funny. And I'm not really expecting too much from this, to be honest, but let's just do a little slow speed test. Should we just climb in these tyres? It's quite a whiner. I mean, yeah, that's quite similar to, you know, a lot of ESCs when they're not so great slow speed control. You know, you give it some throttle, then it kind of runs away with itself. You can kind of see as well how thin the Lexan body is there. Like you can see the LED light from the ESC shining through. So for a size comparison, that is an FCX24M, which is 24th scale, and this is an FCX18, which is 18th scale. You can see the little Ascent-32 is tiny in comparison to the others. And that is it in the back of an FCX18 K10. You can literally get it in the bed in the rear, and then you could just drive out. This thing is tiny. Okay, now I appreciate this thing is tiny, but I just want to see what it's like on our rock crawler course. How did that just get up there? Okay, this is crazy. Yeah, I mean, something this small, you know, you might want to run it inside, or, you know, a lot of people call them like dashboard crawlers, but it'd be interesting to see, that was all me then, it'd be interesting to see, yeah, what it can actually crawl. You can see the slow speed control's not the best. I don't know how well you can hear the ESC whine. That's... Oh, go on, little hop, we might get up there. Go on, go on. Okay, I didn't actually think this thing would be able to do anything on this rock crawler course outside. We're probably going to crash down miserably now. Let's see if we can give it a bit of wheel speed to help it. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Oh, go on, go on. Go on, go on. Ah, oh, okay. I honestly thought this was going to be more of a gimmick than anything else, but let's see if we can get up here. If it gets up here, I'll laugh my head off. Come on. Oh, come on. Ah, oh, maybe with a bit more low down weight. Oh, go on, go on. Just thinking about it. You can see it's obviously unloading the front a bit. Ah. Okay, let's see how it does heading up here. I think it'll probably get stuck right. Let me just feather the throttle and try and go as slow as I can. That's not bad. You know, it's not amazing slow speed control again, but for its size. Oh, go on, go on, go on. Oh, no, no, we're going to bin it. Hang on, if we try and go slow, go on, go on, go on, get some grip. Oh, that's so close. Oh, okay, hang on, let me see if I can maneuver backwards really slowly. Come on, come on. Straighten the wheels out a bit. Oh, not too far. Come on, this is going to end in tears in a minute, isn't it? Just want to try and see if we can... Oh. Let's try that again. That was actually doing way better than I thought it was going to do, to be fair. I did not think it would be able to take on any of these obstacles on the rock crawler course, to be fair to it. It's too... Look at that! This is crazy. Come on, come on, come on. Go on. If this gets up to the top, this is ridiculous. This will do better than some 18th scale crawlers. I mean, it's not very refined, but oh, and you can see with those friction shocks, it makes it really bouncy. If it had oil-filled shocks, it'd be so much more stable. Come on. To be fair, look at that. Oh, there's actually pretty good grip on the tires too as well. Go on, make it to the top. Make it to the top. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Okay, that is ridiculous. That is literally ridiculous. I can't believe it actually made it all the way up there. Let's just see what it's like coming through here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of friction shocks. They just make it so bouncy. It makes it look really toyish, and it makes it really unstable in my opinion. You know, even just a little bit of something just to give it back extra damping, it'd be so much smoother. Look at that. You have to move back a minute. Look. Oh, no, 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 go on, go on, go on, hang on. Yes, go on, and can it come down off the big rock? Go on. Go on, I'm trying to feather the throttle. Oh, go on, go on, go on. Oh, so close. Go on, correct yourself. Back in your wheels. Oh, no. I honestly did not think this thing would be this good. I literally thought it'd be the kind of thing, you know, you stick some cardboard in your house or something and just drive around a little bit. But I reckon with some upgrades, this thing would actually be not bad. Definitely want to get some like oil-filled shocks on there because I'm not a fan of these friction shocks, but I do think we could do, as much as these tyres are doing really good, maybe a bit of weight would help, but I reckon some slightly better tyres would make a really big difference. Let's just see if we can hop this rock. Oh yes, go on, it's got loads of punch in it. For something so small, this is probably one of the punchiest little tiny micro crawlers I think I've ever tried. This thing is not bad. Let's see what our steering is like. That's not too bad. All right, see if I can get up around here. I mean, this is crazy. Go on. You can hear, oh no. Ah. Now what I wanted it to do was actually end up over here so we could just see if we could get up this rock face here. I don't think we will. Yeah, you can see it getting stuck on the steering link there. Oh, and it's going to tip over again. Kind of want to run a tyre on that left bit a little bit, but well, it's taken a bit of a beating, fair dues to it. Let's just see if it has any control coming down, or if it just runs away with itself. Oh, skidded all the way down. I mean, to be fair, it's been raining, so the rock's a little bit slippy. Maybe it would be better if it hadn't been raining, but you could see the drag brake was trying to do something. Oh man, this thing is just so tiny. Oh, you can see those shocks again. It just flicks us over. This, oh, we're going to tip if we come through there. Let's just come back through here again. Look at that. Oh, my life, this is hysterical. Oh, it does end up on its roof quite a lot, to be fair. But, you know, I mean, we're assing a lot driving it on this course. I mean, some 18th scales, 24th scales struggle on this thing, and this tiny little 32 scale has just done a really good job. Let's just see if it can do the up and over. I'm intrigued. Are you serious? Oh my life, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay, I honestly thought this video was going to be me just basically just ripping the piss out of this thing. But it is doing a way better job than I thought it was going to do. I mean, yes, the slow speed control isn't great, and yes, it does like falling over a lot, but to be fair to it, that's not doing bad, is it? Well, what do you think? I mean, I didn't think it was going to do as well as it did on the rocks. I mean, considering how small it is, it did a fantastic job on the rocks. I mean, yeah, the slow speed control's not the best. The friction shocks make it a little bit toyish and it tips over a lot. But, you know, the tyres were actually pretty decent. We rolled it numerous times and nothing broke. And some of the lines it was running, you know, without that much difficulty, 24th scale and some 18th scale rigs even struggle with. So yeah, I was quite impressed with its out of the box performance. And I think, you know, throw some upgrades at it, maybe lower a little bit, get some better suspension and maybe a touch of low down weight. And I think this thing would actually be a really cool little crawler. Now, as I mentioned, I do have the Endure upgrades on the way, so I will be doing a follow-up video where we fit all of those and then we can see how much better it is. Now, in terms of price, if you want to get one of these, it'll cost you $80. I'm a bit on the fence, to be honest, as to whether I think it's actually worth an $80 price tag. If you consider, you know, you can get bigger rigs for, you know, not much more than $100, some even less than $100, which would be far more capable than this. And obviously you get more for your money, but I appreciate, you know, we're not comparing this really to a 24th scale and 18th scale. If you buy something like this, you want it because it's different. You want it for its size and kind of how unique it is, I guess. Now, if you're in the UK, it's a bit more expensive. I paid $130 for this. I mean, it's not really worth $130, is it? But obviously that's the downside to living on a little island. Now, if you are interested in getting one, I'll put a link in the description as to where you can get it from Redcat's website and A-Main's website. Let me know what you think of in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.